If she wants to wear such a melancholy colour, that's her prerogative.
A melancholy color. It looks good with her hair and complexion. And like yellow and orange. Hello everyone, this is Venus Brown. I am back, and today we are starting on season 3 of Bridgerton. I am not starting on season 1. I will have to start on that some other time, but for right now, we'll start with season 3. I started watching Bridgerton a while ago. I didn't think I would actually like it because to me, it reminds me a little too much of like Disney princesses and stuff, and I didn't feel like it would be close enough to history and stuff like that. But that's not really true. It is loosely related to the history, very loosely. But it still does have some of that more fanciful stuff that occurs in Disney princess movies and stuff that I don't necessarily really like a lot. Still, I think the show grew on me in those first 2 seasons, and especially after watching the spin-off about Charlotte, that really, really got me. I did not like Charlotte. The whole time I was watching Bridgerton, I did not like Charlotte. I thought she was awful. But after watching her story, that really kind of helped me to see better where she was coming from, why she was the way she is, and how she's gotten to the point that she is in Bridgerton. Anyway, this is season 3, episode 1 of Bridgerton, called Out of the Shadows. Let's start the show. And I am going to have to stop at some point and pause this. It is interesting that I don't usually like all the color and fancifulness of stuff like this because I actually like bright colors. I just feel like that's not realistic and past history of this time frame. Yes, bright blues and bright purples for royalty and everything. Still, I feel like it gets so bright and colorful that I'm like, that doesn't look realistic to me.
I wish never to see or speak to you again.
I hated that split. That sucked ass. I thought they were like such good friends, worked so well together. I do have my husband right next to me. If he ever speaks, you might hear him.
Begins the question on it.
I like her dress. Not her jacket, but the dress. I like the flowers and stuff that are up on the top.
You wrote my name. Seems as though your business is thriving. As is yours.
There is another Bridgerton making her debut this year.
I cannot hear anything.
Probably because she knows we're out here eavesdropping. Would you mind asking whoever is playing downstairs to quieten down so I might hear?
I could try, but...
Is that not in fact?
Francesca! Well, there you are. I woke up early, got dressed, took breakfast in the garden, because it is just another day.
And that's why it was so quiet, because she wasn't even there.
They've spotted a side of beef. Are you not going to change, or...?
This author quickly grows weary.
Status quo sucks.
Under what foreign sun did you apparently get so sturdy?
I was nowhere and everywhere. Who are you? What have you done with our brother? It has given me some sense of proportion.
I should like some proportion.
Give it some time, kid. Oh. That would probably be me if I were in that kind of position.
Since when are you one who simply glides in?
Since when do you wear so many ruffles?
It is the style of the season.
It's the style of the season. I couldn't deal with that. Okay, I gotta pause the show. Alright, everyone. I had to go and get dinner. I will probably eat it. I know that is not good manners. I am sorry if you don't like it, but I need to eat, and I am hungry, and it smells so good. We have mashed potatoes, just the box kind, because I actually like the box kind better, and it has sauteed onions on top. because yum. Usually when I cook a chicken whole like that, I'll cook the potatoes and carrots and onions all together with them. But my youngest kid keeps telling me that they don't like it that way. They don't like the flavors all intertwined like that, which is what I actually like about it. So I decided, okay, I'll try to keep them separated, and then we decided to do mashed potatoes anyway. So I did the boxed mashed potatoes because I like them better. I try to add onions and garlic and things like that to limit the amount of salt, but it definitely has some salt and some butter. I'm gonna press play. I still have chicken and carrots, so you will have to probably see me eating some things.
I'm afraid if peace is what you are after, then this may all be rather overwhelming.
Francesca Bridgerton, presented by her mother.
You have had good luck with Bridgertons.
I'm sure they're eating that up.
Thank goodness Aunt Petunia died.
Just in time for our honeymoon.
Uh-huh.
I rather liked Aunt Petunia.
Of course you did.
Her nose in a book. She was not tiresome. Did not care for either of you.
Finances in order, and without any man telling us what to do.
Let us enjoy this day.
Hear, hear.
No one in London knows how she lived. She could have been hiding jars of coin under her floor.
The truth has a way of rearing its ugly head.
True.
Take it you are finally done with daydreaming.
I am. There we go.
Here's to squashing people's dreams, because why? I don't know.
Not to appear at an event arranged in her honour is another thing altogether.
If you're asking if I came back to take a wife this season, I'm afraid the answer may disappoint. Although, if there is one thing I learned in my travels, it is forever to expect the unexpected.
He's like, I don't need a wife right now. I want to explore.
He's looking for his friend.
Yeah, but he seems to be eating up the attention. So he wants to explore.
Oh, look. If it isn't Penelope Featherington.
President,
Eloise.
shall we go and get some lemonade?
Befriending you there was a happy surprise.
It feels so unnatural.
It should be someone who gives me butterflies, just by looking at him.
And you, Miss Francesca?
Someone kind, I suppose.
Someone, I don't care about this shit.
You do not want someone unkind.
Yet so often, so many of them got somebody that was unkind.
I do not understand this new friendship. I am not interfering for now.
I cannot begin to share my travel adventures with you. If I did, you would swoon. And we cannot have that.
This would just make me sick to my stomach if I had to put up with this shit.
Each one of you.
Not fond of gossip, not fond of the popularity contest, and that's like all this is. Gossip, popularity, and putting on a freaking show.
I cannot compete.
In fact, there shall be no more laying claim, as the last Lord Featherington wrote a document bequeathing the estate to my girls, as soon as one of them produces an heir.
Did he?
Elsewhere, things seem to have fundamentally changed. Am I mistaken, or was Eloise walking arm in arm with Cressida Count?
As you said, sometimes time moves rather quickly.
Inheriting anything if you do not go home and get to work.
Your cook is so much better than ours.
Well, that's your fault for marrying men without title. Go! I take comfort in knowing that you will always be here to take care of me.
I do not wish to see a citrus colour ever again. I cannot live at home any longer. I must take a husband before this time.
Have a certain suitor in mind?
I should like to be sensible.
I should like to be sensible.
I'll ask my privacy for obvious reasons. Perhaps something like what they're wearing in Paris.
Sucks when you think you have to settle because you think that the person you actually want don't want anything to do with you, or you think they don't like you in that way.
Bridgerton nearly ruined me last season. I lost the battle and I have no appetite for the war, so I've joined the winning side. Not unlike you, I take it.
She refused his gift.
Yes, she did.
You have your life, and I have mine.
With Cressida. Are you really friends with her?
I wish you very well, Penelope. Kent, yes. Very cold lady.
She is colder now.
Oh, God.
Well, she left us something?
She has left your son Nicholas everything. As such, Nicholas shall be the next Baron of Kent.
Perhaps we might need drinks.
Perhaps we might need drinks. Maybe. Yeah, look at the little puppies.
Ignore them.
I cannot.
What's happening out there cannot be as important as what's happening down here. Making an heir.
You do know. It's not how one makes an heir.
I wonder what Whistledown will write about next issue.
I'm sure she will find something. Or make something up.
I do not think that will be necessary.
Is everyone staring at us?
It is not us they stare at.
If she wants to wear such a melancholy colour, that's her prerogative.
A melancholy color. It looks good with her hair and complexion. And like yellow and orange.
Miss Featherington, what a striking gown you have on.
You as well, my lord.
You
Not the gown part, obviously the first part. In your proper evening dress, which is not at all gown-like. I like to read very much, but perhaps too much. Not that there is anything wrong with reading.
Do you not have a favourite? It's the shift stitch.
I'm familiar with that.
It is the one that shifts this conversation, perhaps something besides embroidery.
How clever. You were saying, Lord Barnell.
Perhaps we should take our leave, lest we remain too long and give Lady Whistledown something to write about.
And that one? Who is she? That, Your Majesty, is Miss Penelope Featherington. This is her 3rd season out. But there are several impressive new contenders.
And why should I grace them with anything? A diamond is precious precisely because it is rare.
Miss Francesca, tell us, what are your hobbies?
I play the pianoforte.
And your other interests?
Pianoforte does take up a great deal of my time.
Who are you besides your hobbies? What makes you tick?
I think my brother needs me.
I think she already made it clear. The pianoforte. Shut up. Go away. I am more interested in the pianoforte than any of you.
Penelope.
You really ought to take to the floor again.
Ought I?
Once one finds oneself in the wall, it is difficult to come off it.
At least the wall is not asking what makes me tick.
And you are lucky to have so much notice. For some of us, the notice is very slight.
Miss Francesca, our dance?
Of course, my lord. You really ought to take to the floor again. It's difficult to come off the wall once you are on it.
Lord Debley.
And why do I have the feeling that you, in turn, know how to make one wither?
Me? I suppose... Excuse me, oh, how mortifying. I'm so clumsy.
Perhaps if you had not bought such cheap fabric.
Perhaps if you'd shut your fucking face and go the fuck away.
And I'm so sorry.
Are you? You've had your time to be all pissed off and pissy. You can freaking get over it and go help your friend.
Much more fun this season. Do excuse me.
You're much more fun this season. It's like, yeah, but maybe I don't want to be.
The colour rather suits you.
Good night, Mr. Bridgerton.
Do you not need a chaperone?
Spinsters do not need chaperones.
You are not a spinster.
I'm in my 3rd year on the marriage mark with no prospects to show for it. What would you call that?
Something wrong? Pen. Between us, I mean.
You think?
I miss you.
You missed me, but you had never caught me. Is that correct? I overheard you at my mama's ball last season. Of course, you had never caught me. I am the laughingstock of the town, even when I changed my entire wardrobe. It just never occurred to me that you, of all people, could be so cruel.
Well, at least now he knows why she's snubbing him. Rightfully so.
Interesting how eloquent her writing is when the words do not come out of her mouth.
Right. I think stuff can be in your head. It is hard to make it come to fruition. Like, you can tell me stories and stuff with no problem, but then when you are asked to write about it, you have a hard time.
Should I find that this rather convenient document is in fact forged before one of your girls has an heir, the upheaval may indeed be necessary.
Well then, it is a good thing the document is not forged, and that my girls do so love their husbands.
I shall pay another visit to you very soon. Good day.
Yeah. Or we could just stop the whole having to have a male heir. That's just too much.
What you did was cruel and unnecessary. How difficult it has been for you to find a husband. But do you not think it might be easier if you displayed a bit less frankness?
Frankness. Callousness.
It has been more difficult still to find a friend. I've not had many since my debut.
Well, don't be such a jerk.
The season has a way of coming between young ladies. Fallen prey to it. Once.
Once.
Or thrice.
Right.
She's doing everything she can to delay her move. I will speak with her today.
What if you did not? Why not put ourselves first for once? Extend the honeymoon. Did you enjoy your first ball?
It did not look that way.
Satisfactory.
Oh. It was satisfactory. Like a report card.
It pains me to see you upset.
Then perhaps you should not have come.
I'm not the man I was last season. Make me see the world in ways I could not have imagined. You are clever and warm. And I am proud to call you my very good friend.
But she wants to be more than a friend.
What do you walk back in?
Always has.
If a husband is what you seek, let me help you.
Help me how?
Charm can be taught.
Colin, I cannot have you with me whispering into my ear in every ballroom.
We will have lessons.
She does seem to need some lessons in charm. I feel like she has it in here. She just can't get it out here. But some lessons will probably help.
What do you say?
You gotta get comfortable with yourself, and she's not comfortable with herself.
She'll see you soon.
It seems to this author that our bon ton is moving with the changing tide, to be sure.
Lord Kent, welcome to your new home.
Well, I imagine that would be a lot to get used to.
Still yet to choose a diamond. Hesitancy is a symptom of fortitude or fear. Your serve, Your Majesty.
Your serve, Your Majesty.
Are you going to play along, Your Majesty?
I do love a game.
I do love a game.
I do not fear change. I embrace it. There are some who take the embrace of change a step too far.
Afternoon. You are mentioned.
As with Mr. Colin Bridgerton, who seems to have embraced a new personality entirely. Is this new character the real him, or simply a ploy for attention? Bridgerton even know.
How are you?
Nearly ruining you last season. I will never forgive her.
Yeah.
have any idea who she might be?
I do not. If I ever find out, I will make sure it is her life that is ruined.
I don't buy that at all, but he doesn't know. He has no clue. Oh, gosh. Alright. That was the first episode. Very interesting. Lots of that underlying stuff that we were left with last season is definitely still festering under the surface. Hopefully they can all get through that and get back to a more, I don't know about normal, but just something more comfortable. It's definitely weird how Penelope can write the way she does and sound so classy and everything, yet be so awkward and have so much trouble presenting that way in front of people. But I think there's a big difference between what you write and what you have in your head versus what you actually present in real life. I mean, some of that may just be an escape. Things like stories and cosplay and stuff like that, I think for a lot of people can be very empowering and very nice to kind of just imagine yourself in another position, another place, and another body, just doing things completely different than what you usually would. Whereas in regular life, that may be very different. I will probably watch these back to back, the handful that they have put out. I don't know if I'll get through them all today. Whenever I do start editing them, I only do one a week. So whatever you see now, I probably won't put anything out for another week. So I'll see you next week. Bye.